Okay, today we're going to be talking about fractions. Again, this may be review for most of you. That'll make life a lot easier for you. Let's start with reducing fractions and improper fractions. So if I have a fraction that looks like this, what I'm trying to do then is see what is the simplest form, or what is the greatest common factor of 6 and 24, and divide that out of both the numerator and the denominator. And it happens to be 6, so I'm going to divide by 6, divide by 6. Now I'm going to find out that 6/24 is the same as 1/4. It may not always be that easy to find the greatest common denominator, so with a little bit of practice you can do that. And let's take a look at improper fractions. If I have a number, an improper fraction, of course, when the numerator is greater than the denominator, we'll just go with, how about 38 and 7. When I'm reducing something like that, this is just really a division problem. So I can go 38 divided by 7, and if I look at that, I can have 38 divided by 7, and 7 goes into 38 5 times, gives me 35, remainder of 3. So this 3 is still being divided by 7. So 38/7 is the same as 5 and 3/7. To go the other direction, let's say I had a number like 7 and 3/8. The simple trick to that is if I multiply my whole number times my denominator and add my numerator. So let's take a look at what happens there. Let's get rid of this here so it's not confusing anybody. So what I'm doing is I'm going to multiply here. I'm multiplying, and then I'm going to add here. 7 times 8 is 56, plus 3 is 59. The denominator stays the same, so 59/8. Why does that work? Because if I'm looking at this, 8 over 8 equals 1. And if I add this up 7 times so I get to 7, then it's 7 times 8 is 56, plus my 3, 59/8. So not to get confused, if you follow this procedure, it will always work, and that's the important thing, is that you are able to do that. Okay, let's look at equivalent fractions. If I had a number such as 2/3, it's really easy to find equivalent fractions. All I have to do is multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So if I'm looking at, let's say if I multiply both by 5, then 2 times 5 is 10, 3 times 5, 15. These are equal. They look a little bit different, but they're the same number. Again, I'll show you on a simpler number. What if I multiply them both by 2? 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. These are equal. To show you how come that works, let's take a look at a simple diagram and say this here is 2/3. Now, without changing anything, I can cut it into 6 pieces instead. Now I have 4/6. It's the same as 2/3. Okay. And converting mixed numbers to improper fractions. I believe we did that already, so we'll just move on. And you can do some work right now, and then come back, look at part 2, and we'll talk about the addition and subtraction of fractions of mixed numbers, multiplication and division of fractions of mixed numbers, and complex fractions. Thank you very much.